So, once again, good morning. This is week 15, English Pre-Intermediate. And today is Monday, June the 1st of 2020. And we are in the edge of the end of the semester. This is week 15, and remember next week, well, at the end of this and next week, we will be on examinations. We will be on exams, okay? Something to clarify with. Some people have received the letter on the Moodle. Some people send it to my email out of the time, but I haven't even finished. But don't worry, as you can see in the week's agenda. Where is it? Right there. Tomorrow we will be like the last class about writing. It's like our little workshops, an activity in which I give you tips. I take some mistakes from the forums. I take like the best examples of the best formal letters, and I give you the indications about how to correct it and to include it in the portfolio. By the way, the portfolio originally was for Wednesday, but I decided to move it one day to Thursday because on Wednesday we have the grammar test. This is something that I didn't want to impose, but it's something from the faculty, from the team of teachers, of pre-intermediate teachers. Remember, it's not only me. And with the coordinator and all the team, we decided those dates, so we cannot move them, okay? Sorry about that. So on Wednesday, 3rd, we have a grammar test. On Moodle, you enter ABC, is very easy, but you take more or less 45 minutes. It's on Wednesday, not another day, from 7 to 9. That's it. On Thursday, I will be explaining, I will be accepting, receiving the portfolios on the Moodle. I will be giving the dates, the grades, because the grade is very easy. It's like making sure that I can see your portfolio, the PowerPoint, but you don't really have to explain anything. That day you receive that grade. And on Friday, we start exams. On Friday, we start with listening and writing from 7 to 9. Very important, paréntesis. La clase del jueves es súper importante su asistencia porque yo voy a explicar el examen. It says exam guidelines. So I'm going to tell you, okay, it's in this, you go this, click on this, download this. This is like an instruction. It's very like, and it's not only teacher Oscar's exam, but it's all the pre-intermediate. At the same time, everybody's going to have the same time and the same amount of quality and work. Is it clear for everybody? So next week, week 16, we continue with, on Monday with reading. Juan, Esteban, I told you that speaking was on Monday. Yes, that was my idea. Sorry. But on the team, we decided that Monday was for reading. And Tuesday and Wednesday for speaking. I will have 2 turns. We can get into an agreement if it is in the morning or in the afternoon. Doesn't matter. Yeah, if it fits in my agenda and my meetings and everything. And what else? On Thursday, I'll give you the feedback, the results, the grades, the closing, the farewell. I'm talking about next week, okay? Next week, which is 16. This is about the final exam. The final exam has 4 parts. Listening, writing, reading, and speaking. 4 sections, okay? Some people, maybe some people, a few people will have this speaking. This is speaking today, why not? Let's wait, according to the activity of the songs. Once again, any questions about the week before we continue, before we start with Tatiana and Sofia? I don't want to read chat in this moment. I'm only listening to your microphones as a sound test, because I know that like in 10, 15 minutes, when Sofia and Tatiana finish their presentation, their activity, we're going to have some cameras and we'll be speaking about music. Which songs you like, which ones not, which ones were difficult. I know, for example, Linda had some issue with 2 or 3 words, something like that. But let's see what happened with that. No questions about this week? Take a picture, take a screenshot, put it in the WhatsApp, please, my dear monitor. But you can ask me questions later. Only using the microphone. Interrupt them. Well, let's see if you don't have to interrupt Tatiana and Sofia. Are you ready, ladies?
Yes.
Okay. Before you start, something very quickly. Wait a minute. some material that you will need next week in the speaking part. This is for everybody, right? Because everybody has to present the speaking part, except maybe some people. Let's see today. And wait, I show this material as Sofia and Valentina goes appearing on camera. The rest of you, how are you? How was your weekend? A lot of work? You're almost there. Come on, come on. One more week and you will be on holiday, vacation, finally. And this one is great. Yep. From here, I just need this info. One. Where's the other one? Oh, I love it. This one, yes. So this is number one, as a little bit of reflection, the importance of reflection. Remember, one of my passions, let's say my specialty is in autonomous learning, self-directed learning. So how every day you think and you get online and you give assignments and homework and a lot of things, but not to a teacher, you see, not to a group. You give it to yourself. By the way, you're making your recordings and then you listen to your voice. Sometimes I hate my own voice, but I get to use to listen to it, listening to it. And when you see yourself on the videos, when you see your friends on the camera and you see, that can be me, you see? The importance of reflection. So the importance of, for example, somebody for the final exam, you can prepare on Thursday. I can give you some tips, but maybe I can give you some corrections. So you say, I'm going to take the record the day that I presented because I'm going to watch my body language. You know, for example, Karen, you presented on May 25, something like that. So you go to the recording that day, you see your acting, you see yourself. So maybe for the final exam, you can have better performance. This is the first moment, my reflection moment to start the week. There is not the best method. There is not the best theory. There is not what, that is the teacher, that is the academy. No, my friends, the best teacher, the best learner, the best teacher of the teacher would be yourself when you see yourself at the reflection in the mirror. Okay, and the other one is like a collage I took from Google. I have to give the credits to Google, in which you can see like characteristics, but also types of material that you will find in PET, speaking part number 2, which is like Sofia and Tatiana are going to do like in a few minutes. All right. Basically, it's a simulated situation. Remember, what is the difference with 2 and 3? That in 2, you have to like use a hypothesis, hypothetical or advice. You know, you are not really prepared. But with the other one, with part 3, sometimes it's easier because you can have the structure like Gabriel Molan and Gabriel Forero did. There are, I can see, they are doing, they are not doing. Okay, but in number 2, it's a little bit more spontaneous. Remember, this was trained before. So I'm gonna mute my microphone and I wanna see the girls there. It's your time. I'm taking notes.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
So, you want to start?
Okay, I believe that one of the solution for my classmate who move
Wait,
out
so sorry to interrupt you. Good to see you. Good morning. But let's try to give a context to the group. What is the situation? What do you have to do? What was the original problem?
My classmate who moved out and was to make new friends. Just in my solution, he would be to join something recreational or cultural like football sport, volleyball, tennis, or going dance academy. Uh, Sense if you do an interaction of some common interest with other people, you might make new friends and also starting to greet other people to establish a conversation, begin kind, and so be able to earn the trust of the other person, the another person.
And for me, I think it's easier to make new friends in a party because when you are a little bit drunk or in our environment more for and relax, you don't worry about simple things like new people. But I agree with the Tatiana says. Uh, if you are a fitness person, could be easier make new friends in a football game or an environment more, I don't know the word, more natural maybe. Yes, that's it, I guess.
Would you mind, any of you, I can give you some seconds, try to create a solution in second condition. Imagine that I am the friend and I am moving, right? But the problem is that maybe socializing and that stuff. So try to give me, you can create it, take your time or right now. Both, why not? A solution in second conditional. If,
Okay.
sorry, wait a minute. The rest of you, class, please, you have to be ready. The ones that want to participate about the songs and speaking about that is like, I hope from, I know you're gonna be ready. Have the information ready with the lyrics, and I'm going to finish with Sofia and Tatiana in 2 minutes. Come on, girl.
In second conditional, yes. Okay, if my friend, oh, I don't know.
If I was to make friends, uh, I would, I would, he would, uh, he would, he would interaction other people. I don't know.
Uh, if I want to make new friends, I would I would like to be in a environment more relaxed. Yes. Okay, if I were you, I would try to make new friends in a party. Yes.
No more, that's it?
Yes.
If I were you, I would go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Fitness.
Okay, maybe one of you is indicating from a fitness lifestyle, dance academy, gym, and the other one from the introvert, outgoing, no, maybe relaxed environment like a party or something. But anyways, good solutions. Please, lastly, some part of corrections and then the last question. So general question, please take notes about this because that is included in your workshop, right? You're gonna have you two girls, as Gabriel, you're gonna have two more days, let's say, 2 more days to deliver the workshop, okay? General corrections for you two. Mark the V, please. And you are saying very, you see? Try to mark it. Do you remember an example that maybe you pronounce a word but you said V instead of V? Tatiana or Sofia, maybe? Don't remember?
No.
Okay, and the other one, when you say person, con lo que otra persona, because both were trying to agree with the other one, but you say, I agree with what you say, I agree with what she thinks. Con lo que, with what? I agree with what you think. You got it?
Got it.
Okay, and the rest, the last recommendation, maybe you try to use more synonymous words because you are repeating the same word like important and stress, relax, but try to find more synonymous words. Maybe you can use the vocabulary from the Navigate book. But for the rest, good to see you. I know you don't really have very good, like big problems in pronunciation. I know you prepare the solution and you respond the question about the second conditional. Okay, the last thing would be, okay, now, how do you consider yourself? Because this has to do with part number one, okay? Describe yourself in no more than 1 minute. Describe yourself. What type of person are you? Maybe you can connect it to the previous answer about social, outgoing, shy, but what type of person are you? I'm talking about your personality. Quickly, you finish with that.
Maybe I am a little bit shy, and sometimes I could be a extrovert. Is the right word? I don't know. And I like get out with my friends and talk with them, and I don't know, spend time with my family. And I don't know.
30 seconds.
I am creative too, and funny. That's it, I guess.
Okay, I got your grade, more or less. Remember, Sophia, to use the ing. I like spending. This is basic from this level, okay? I like spending, I like hanging out, because you have a second verb, and especially a verb about hobbies, free time activities with ing, the second verb. Don't forget that. Tatiana, your personality. What type of person are you?
I am funny. I am a trust person. Confianza, sí. Trust person. Trustworthy person. My hobbies are dancing, playing soccer, watching series. Um, my favorite animal is lion. My favorite food rice or hot dog. My free time, I often go to the dance academy.
Okay, well, that's it. You know, pay attention to the why, because sometimes, like in yellow noise, yellow, but for example, you say playing, but it's not playing, but it's playing. Got it? Playing.
Playing.
Okay, and maybe you don't say trust, because trust is confianza, confiar, a trustable person. You know, trustable. So girls, my advice, expand your vocabulary, because you are reducing it. No problem about fluency or pronunciation, but the lack of vocabulary sometimes limits your production. That's it. Thank you so much. At the end, I'll give you your number, because that number is valid with the workshop. It's like the same grade. You got it? That's it. Thank you so much. Good job.
Bye, teacher.
Okay, yeah, but now, should I start with my, probably is the last explanation, official explanation, because we can have another tutoring in one different day, one afternoon or something. or on Thursday. But probably these 5 minutes that are next are my last explanation of the semester. It's actually it's not anything new. It's reviewing something. Should we have this explanation, this grammar explanation, sense versus form, or should we have your time on camera speaking about music? Let me know, please. What should we do? And by the way, Elizabeth, please make me host again, participantes, anfitrión, because I am limited now. I am just a participant in this Zoom. Elizabeth. Okay, and the rest are going to speak about music, are going to do grammar, vote. Now let's use the chat. Now I'm paying attention to the chat. Let's do something, let's vote. What you wanna do? That was your homework. I know most of you did it, at least listening to the songs. Maybe you chose one of the songs, or maybe at least you knew that you had to complete something. I know all of those songs. I'm an expert. I'm a melomaniac. I'm an expert in music. I don't need to do this activity. I just focus my attention on grammar. Let me give your impressions. Are we going to work on the music activity, or should I start with this thing of grammar, please?
Teacher,
Yep.
I think that first the grammar.
Okay. Sure. I'm glad, but I was just trying to give you a chance to get rid of the speaking part. If I saw you in camera today, let me know. If not today, last chance, maybe tomorrow, we can discuss the lyrics of those videos, of those songs, of that video with the songs. Wait a minute. I need to show this again. So that was my idea. Okay, doesn't really matter if you don't open your camera today, at least tomorrow, as a way of checking attendance. I'm gonna ask you today, maybe, oh, it's Monday, you are sleepy still or something, but hopefully tomorrow you will be opening your cameras by checking attendance. Tomorrow and on Thursday, martes y jueves, I check attendance. Wednesday and Friday, I don't check attendance because your attendance are your exams. Wednesday, grammar. Friday, listening, a las 7. Writing, a las 8. Be punctual, because if it is 9 and you haven't done it, sorry, it's like that. Maybe I can give you 30 minutes, something like that, but I have another classes to teach. And I have also like to be respecting the parameters, the patterns that we establish in the team as teachers. So it's the time and it's the day. Let me know, maybe there is an exception because of the internet connection or something. I can call you and we can find a solution, but everybody has to be 7 to 9 this week and next week. Okay? Something else about today? Remember,
Teacher.
tomorrow we'll, wait a minute. Tomorrow we'll be working on the formal letter, everybody. Tomorrow probably you have like 2 hours to work on the Word or handmade, because tomorrow I'm gonna give you some instruction about that formal letter. Yeah? Some of you must already have the version, you know what to do. Lo único que faltaría sería ponerse esa versión final al portfolio. Now, teacher, two moments for 2 questions for this moment of the week, agenda maybe, or the semana 15 days, and then I start my grammar explanation. Come on, questions. Maybe Lucero said something.
Yes, teacher. Well, I think that could be, well, is better for all. That could be do the activity about the songs today.
Yeah, you wanna do it?
Yes.
Okay, so if you want after my grammar explanation, I speak with Lucero if there is nobody else, and we can speak about the lyrics on video and camera. And maybe you can have most of the part of the speaking exam already. Thank you, Lucero. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the whiteboard to give you explanation. Of course, you're free to open your camera anytime you're free. You wanna say something, interrupt me, do it. Again. So here I go. Probably I'll start by telling you, wait, like this is better, more comfortable. Yeah, why not? I want to speak about work, my work experience. This is not a class about me or talking about I, but the class will be talking a little bit. You can use your chat to tell me experiences about work. What is your work experience? In the timeline, I'm gonna start with my example, but the idea is that you create your own examples. Yeah. Nowadays, we're working on 2020. Yeah, 2020. Oh, these cameras are getting it much better. So, in the past, the first moment I started, you see, I started working. The first time that I worked, and I'm going to use simple past. I worked for the first time. I'm telling you a little bit about my experience. Maybe it's not really interesting for anybody. Remember, you can create your own example just using this one because it's a very easy way to teach it to your students. When you talk about work experience, well, you can also talk about extreme sports or maybe strange, bizarre food, yeah, or work experience. It's very easy. Well, this was 2007. So it's a matter of doing our maths. So 2020 minus 2017 makes how much? How much? Come on, math, do your math. Chat, microphone, people, 2 or 3 people, let me know you're not sleeping.
13 years?
Yeah, thank you, that's it, okay. So I can say that for, or you can also say during. Maybe in a text or in a task speaking, you can use variably more synonymous. For 13 years, during is the same. For 13 years, what is this? This in present perfect. You have to use it in present perfect. I have worked. Okay, in the first example that I told you, it was simple past. I worked, trabajé. I worked for the first time in this year, you know? Simple past is very specific. But in green, I'm showing you present perfect, which means a process in my life. Desde este punto, hasta este punto que hablo, and possibly in the future. You got it? I have worked for 13 years, which is exactly the same if I say for or during 13 years, I've worked as an English teacher. I've assumed different responsibilities. I've worked in different institutions. For 13 years, I've shared with a lot of people. I've learned. Yo he aprender? No. Yo he aprendido. I have learned. I've learned a lot of things. Clear so far, my example about my work experience? Okay, according to these logics, can anybody tell me if you want to use since expressing the same idea? Okay. I have to use specific time. Since 2007, I've worked in different institutions. I've worked as an English teacher. Since 2007, I've enjoyed this wonderful profession. Continue. Questions so far? What is the difference between since and for? In since, you need a specific point. Since yesterday, desde ayer. Since I was a child, desde que yo era niño. Since I don't see you, desde que no te veo, dice una canción. Since I don't have you, desde que no te tengo, dice una canción de Guns N' Roses. Since I don't do anything. Since I was sick for the last time. Since we were in the university. You see, specific moments in the past. And then you have to use present perfect. Of course, here you need a verb in past participle. aprendido, visitado, enseñado, trabajado, oído, with some exceptions. All right? He escribido? No. I've written. Yes. Since 2007, he escrito, in my example. I've written a few articles. I would like to write more, but I've written a few articles. Okay? Questions so far between the difference of since and for? With for, you need to indicate number of months, years, dates, you see? And in since, you need to indicate a specific point in the past. You can use sometimes since I was a child, this is very typical. Since yesterday, since last year, desde el año pasado. Since something in the past. Questions, maybe? Let me check something on the year. Great. On page 157, am I right? Oh no, 56. 56. This is your homework for tomorrow. It's the last homework of the semester. No, let's be glad about that. I would like you to squeeze that page, read the information in blue. It's at the end of your book. And maybe Lucero is going to be helping us with the last time. It's the last favor I'm asking you probably in these 16 weeks. Take a picture, but try to send me the picture at the end of the day. The idea is that you work from 8 to 9, but I understand different variables. So try to collect all the pictures, the 26, 27 pictures, and at the end, Lucero can send me a total, at the end, all right? Please send a picture to the WhatsApp group. This is your evidence and your attendance checking today. I'm going to call name by name. No, send me a picture, and that's gonna make sure that you were paying attention to the class today about since and for. 156. Let me check for the last time that I am sure about the page, and we can conclude maybe with some people speaking about music. So yeah. 154. Yeah, don't be limited about the info that you have in the book. In internet, you will be provided and enlightened with hundreds of pages. Maybe it's easier for you to go to YouTube to find the explanation of since versus for. Pero eso entra en el examen de gramática y en los exámenes que vienen a partir del viernes. Okay? So yeah, 156. You have the info in blue. If you go to the web page, you can download the recording just to practice the grammar, and 3 exercises that you will have to send a screenshot at the end of the day. By the end of the day, it means 6 p.m., the academic day in our agreements. Ready? Anything else? Last example about for and since, about music. My favorite music, yeah, I would say rock music, but with a tendency of electronic, synthetic pop, something like that. Let's say, I've listened. No, there is a mistake. Help me somebody in the phonetics here in the pronunciation. I've listened to rock and roll, to rock music. Let's say, how long? For many years. I don't really remember. But you see, you use for, you have to use a number. What is the mistake? I've listened. We are testing the microphones because in some minutes you will appear, Lucero and the others. Thank you, Linda, but try to speak. Listened. Yeah, I've listened to rock music for many years. But I can also say exactly the same. Wait a minute. Yeah, listen, of course, always in past participle. Escuchado. To rock music since, and this is for true, this is because of my 2 sisters, older sisters. Since I was a child in the 80s. Since I was a child, yeah. Since demonstrates a specific point. Since I was a child, I've listened to rock music. La pueden empezar también con el since. Okay, last consideration. Don't you say science because eso suena más como a ciencia. Science, no. Sense. Ni siquiera es la I. Es parecido al de first, girl, bird, birth, birthday. Since my birthday, I haven't had a party. That's true. Almost a year. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Thank you, participants on the chat. Thank you, participants on the microphone. Questions about this? Do you have homework? And tomorrow we can clarify anything for, but also about second conditional, first or second conditional. And on Thursday, we can also have some revision about grammar or particular questions. Tuesday and Thursday are for comments, explanations. Teacher, I have a question. I don't have clarity in something. Cool. Well, I would like to see in the last 5-10 minutes some people before we stop the recording. I would like to ask you through the chat, please, what is the homework? Somebody can remind that to the rest of the people who were maybe distracted or I was speaking too fast, maybe. What's the homework? Write it in the chat, please. So, Sophia, page 156. Yeah, take a screenshot, send it to the monitor, and it's the last favor the monitor Lucero is helping us with in this 2020. All right. First semester, I mean, with us. And the other one would be, someone on the microphone, please tell me, what do you have to do tomorrow? What is tomorrow's class for? Tomorrow, Tuesday, June the 7th, junio 7. What are we going to do in tomorrow's class? By the way, it's not at 7, okay? For the people who are paying attention, maybe the distracted ones, the people that are not present, they will arrive at 7. No, but I'm telling you, tomorrow the meeting is at 7:30. At 7:30, we'll be speaking and working about writing strategies, some tips for the exam, some recommendations based on your mistakes. Va a tomar algunos errores de los foros, de sus entregas, de los emails. Blah, blah, blah. And tomorrow we'll be working on the letter, la carta, formal letter, medical excuse. Some people are missing the certificate. You can attach it in the Moodle. And the other people just gave me like a formal letter about an application to be creative. You can change the name, Harvard University, but change the name, okay? Very good. Somebody tell me, finally, I just said it, but on the microphone, I just need you to clarify to go concluding here. What are we going to do tomorrow, please? Y se alistan los que van a hablar.
We're going to have tips about writing processes we have had in our model, how do you say, presentations, yeah? And correct the letter, and that's it.
Teacher, your microphone.
Thank you. No, I was just saying that nobody's presenting. You sure? If not today, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow 7:30. Why? Because many days you will be waking up before 7 because we have exams on Wednesday, on Monday, on Friday, on Monday, on Tuesday. When you will be waking up early. So tomorrow I'm going to give you this chance of starting the class at 7:30 tomorrow. Okay? Can we finish with somebody? Lucero, how do you decide? Today or tomorrow? Okay, only one? Well, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna show you. Lucero. John, open it, your camera. No? Only Lucero. Okay, 2 people. We got 2 people. Lucero, we cannot hear you. Your microphone is off. I will try to open the YouTube just to see the activity maybe. Let's see. And you can start telling me, John and Lucero, from the songs you found in the video, which is your favorite one and why?
Okay.
Ah, no, that's not the song. That's the other one that we're going to play. But I'm listening.
Maybe.
Well, I first?
Yes, start.
Okay, for me, the first song was a little.
Espera, si aún no puedes hablar inglés, debes ver este video. Mi nombre es Kale Anders y yo soy coach de inglés para millones de...
Oh, this one, you're talking about this. Lucero and John, do me a favor. Can you see the screen on YouTube? Can you see the cameras? What do you see? Let me know.
Yes, teacher, I looked the video.
Yes.
You're looking at the video. Ah, okay. So you were saying, Lucero, that this song is what? Is what for you? You can keep it, John and Lucero, at the same time. I'm
Well,
listening to you.
for me, was a good song. Well, I am talking about the rest of all the 7 songs. And for me, this is the best for my my
Yeah. Sorry, I just want to mute it. But if I mute it here, I will mute you there. No, I don't want to play. Continue.
And at the same time, I think that was the easier than the others.
Ah, the easiest. La más fácil, the easiest.
Well, the easier than the others songs.
No, because if you are, don't worry, this is part of the class. It was one superlative, you say it was the easiest, la más fácil, it was the easiest of all.
But if I am using a comparative, it's
okay, so you use
easier.
Only you compare to 2 songs. One easier than the other.
Okay, teacher, thanks.
John, compare, say something. I'm showing you Gwen Stefani on the
I agree with my partner. The first is the easier, is the easier song, and this song like me. In fact, I want to learn this song in guitar, and I listened to the song.
I am listening. Continue.
In past, I listened the song complete in another video, and maybe with the other another songs, I had some problems to recognize some words. So,
For example,
in the seven.
but what is 7? You have to know the name of the song or the artist or something.
More than words.
More than words by Extreme, a classic from the 80s, I would say. But what else?
Yes, I had a problem with the word took. I confused with the word talk.
Okay.
And then I had to listen many times for recognize that is took.
Okay, took. So how would you translate that into Spanish? If I took.
como el pasado, tomé.
No, it's past or it has if before. ¿Tiene if before o no lo tiene?
Can you repeat, please, teacher?
It has if before, Lucero, or not?
Yes, it
So-
say if I took to these words, just words.
Okay, this is the song, right? Extreme song. Yes, if I took. So the translation, Lucero, would be, si yo qué? If I,
I don't sure. Like
I am not.
I'm not sure.
Mhm.
I think that could be select or something like that.
No, but in Spanish, how do you say that? If I took.
Si yo tomo esas palabras, creo que sí.
Si tomara, Nicolás, man, you're the one, congratulations, but no, you're not on camera, Nicolás, sorry. Si yo tomara, yes, very good. Because no, si yo tomé, you're using the past, John. Si yo tomé, no. Yes, I took solito, si es yo tomé. Yo tomaba. But if I took is the conditional. So that was the activity. Si yo tomara tales cosas. Got it? Let's speak about Beyonce. Do you like Beyonce? Beyonce? Huh? Beyonce.
No.
Why not? Why so? Lucero, remember we have 5 more minutes of speaking and we stop the recording, right?
Well, for me, it was hard,
Yep.
but for the read, but at the same time was easy because the words are easy. But yes, I have to play the song again once and yes, again, because I don't understand well. And
Wait a minute. I don't is general. No entiendo. Or I didn't.
I didn't understand this song. And yes, it was hard for me.
Okay. And as I listen to John, please, Lucero, answer this question, extrapolating the question. What would you do, Lucero, if you were a boy in your life? And John, tell me your opinion about Beyonce or about this song. What do you think?
This song was very hard for me because it's very fast, and I in this song I waste many time. But it's a good challenge because I could see many things that I can improve in my listening. And
Okay. Reflection. And just tell me, as I listen to Lucero, John, what would you do if you were a girl? Come on, Lucero.
Okay, teacher. Well, I am agree with the song, and I think that if
repeat. I got lost connection. Repeat.
I think, well, I am agree with the song, and I think.
No. I agree.
That if I tell me.
I agree with the song. Es que no tiene el I agree.
Okay, I agree with the song, and I think
Why?
that if I were a boy, I will be the best boy in love things, could be, because well, I am a girl and I know how these things are.
Okay.
And at the same time, if I were a boy, I think that I could be improve these things.
Okay, I understand. And John?
Okay, maybe if I was a girl, I try.
If I were. My friend, you can say if I was, como la canción de Gwen Stefani, if I was a girl, but this is informal. Please say if I were, okay?
Okay. If I were a girl, maybe I try to be the best singer.
I would try, intentaría.
I would try to be the best singer because that I could have a better voice.
Okay, thank you. Boys, please, Lucero and John, the last part. Wait a minute. Did you listen to this song from that is called Young Falls, something like that? It's a good practice of the second conditional, but did you listen to it?
I listened.
Yeah. Yep.
I think that could be a good manner of practice listening, because
Okay,
the same,
wait a minute. It's a good way, because if you say manner, se refiere más como unos valores, a unos modales. It's a good way of what? It's a good way.
it's a good way for practice.
For practicing.
For practicing listening.
Yes.
For the read, because for me it also was hard.
And John?
Yes, teacher, I think the same is a good way for learn listening. That we can improve a little of speaking. With
Yeah.
For example, I practice speaking out in English for improve a little. And then I think that is a good way for this learning.
Okay, well, as you know, YouTube provides us with a lot of resources, so it's a matter of exploring. Thank you so much, John and Lucero. That is more or less the idea. My advice for you too, because I'm going to be thinking if I can give you the grade of the speaking or not. Maybe I've seen your process in 15 weeks. Why not? But the comments, I will give them in this moment a little bit more general, okay? To the group, to you two, to Sofia and Tatiana, and to the people who are opening cameras eventually. Well, number one, please check that everybody is making again the same mistake. Like, I am agree, no, I agree, okay? Number two, que es uno de los temas de grammar, del examen de grammar, cuando tengan la preposición of, for, on, in, el verbo que sigue está con ing. For practicing, of listening. Clear? Yes. And number three, especially for Sofia, Tatiana, John, and Lucero, work on your synonymous word. Like, try to find more alternatives instead of saying difficult and hard. It was hard and it was difficult. It was easy and it was hard and it was difficult. But you need more words than that, okay? As for the rest, I can say it was rewarding, satisfactory, maybe, in terms of satisfying and in terms of learning. Thank you so much. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Do your homework, and that's it. Okay, I'll stay with Sofia and Tatiana to give them the grades. And I'll see you tomorrow, friends. Thank you so much. I hope you continue listening to those songs or more songs, but those are nice because they have second conditional example. Okay, John? If I were, si yo fuera, if I were another person, if I were you, I would listen to the song one more time. Bye.
When I was doing the homework, I had this confusion because I remember that is where, but what in the song.
But it's informal, como la de Gwen Stefani. If I was a rich girl, si yo fuera. And in many songs, if I was, but it's informal. Americans use a lot of if I was, but you know that is if I were is better. Si yo fuera. If you were, if she were, if today were Friday, si hoy fuera viernes. No, it is not. That's it. Okay, ready?
Sure, thank you.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye-bye. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow, 7:30.
Bye, teacher. You too.
Teacher.
Bye-bye.